Hey everybody, so I want to talk to you today about resonant frequency breathing or heart coherence breathing. It's something that we practice quite a lot. We love to practice it. It feels really, really good. It's something that I teach in all my classes. I've been reading some stuff about resonant frequency breathing and how it works, and the pennies kind of just dropped, so I wanted to share it with you. So basically every system in the body oscillates, right? Your blood pressure, your lymphatic system, your respiratory system, your heart rate, your cardiovascular system, it oscillates. There's this kind of changing frequency that happens. So the practice is actually called resonant frequency breathing because it creates this resonance, this resonant frequency that actually begins to influence the other systems in the body. The respiratory system oscillates as well. We have inhalations and exhalations, and this is one of the only systems in the body that actually can be consciously controlled and unconsciously controlled. It's why we can tap into our subconscious through the breath as well. But in this case, what we're doing is creating this resonant frequency through oscillating the breath in a harmonized, balanced way that begins to entrain and harmonize the other systems in the body, like your blood pressure, like your cardiovascular system. Your heart actually becomes more coherent, and if you look at the waves, it begins to look like somebody who's feeling joy and gratitude and bliss and appreciation. So you can use these emotions to actually bring that energy in and also harmonize your nervous system and your heart rate and these other functions in the body, because that's what this is doing. It's harmonizing your nervous system. Your inhale is very stimulating for the sympathetic part of the nervous system, and your exhale, it activates the relaxation, the parasympathetic part of your nervous system. So by harmonizing the breaths in this way and kind of softening and soothing into it, it actually creates this very harmonized, balanced breathing, and this then influences all the other systems in the body. It can improve our heart rate variability. So this is basically a KPI or a measure indicator for the body's capability to handle stress, because what we can do is look at how quickly we can come back to this place of balance within. And this is ultimately what we're creating, this place of coherence and harmony and balance within. I like to look at this breath like the yin and yang of life. We live in a world with polarity. Our reality has duality. There is hot, there is cold, there is light, there is dark, there's masculine, there's feminine. And there's also this transcendent oneness that holds this duality as well, this non-dual place, beyond the limitations of our comprehension, really. So what we can do is actually harmonize this breath. You can imagine this like a yin-yang. It's creating this full circle, so we're smooth on the inhale, smooth on the out breath, smooth on the inhale, smooth on the out breath, creating this resonant frequency within, connecting with the heart space, opening the heart, letting the body soften and relax as we exhale, and allowing ourselves to feel that resonant frequency to come through us and actually influence the electromagnetic field radiating from our heart, because they've measured the electromagnetic frequency that your heart creates, because the electrical activity in your heart is creating this electromagnetic pulse. It's a pulsing frequency, isn't it? It's an oscillating system. So we use the breath to create this resonant frequency, which actually harmonizes the heart rate, harmonizes this electromagnetic field that can actually be felt way outside of the physical body. And this is why you can feel somebody's vibe if they're not in a place of, if they're in a very tough place, because actually I'm sure their heart rate is all over the place. Again, if you look at the waves, someone in bliss, it's very smooth, and you look at the waves of somebody who's in like frustration, then it will be very erratic. So it's harmonizing these parts of ourselves, and this frequency is coming through us, and it's why it's such a powerful practice. Martial artists will use this effectively. They train it to its habitual part of themselves. And this is also effectively a technique that the Buddha practiced. Anapanasati pranayama, I believe. I might be wrong. But it's basically, it's creating a harmonized in-breath and out-breath, equal lengths, but you extend that. So resonant frequency breathing is just 6 seconds, 5.5 seconds, maybe from up to 7 seconds. But this anapanasati pranayama, you're extending it such that it's actually very long to reach your capacity. Your respiratory rate is so slow, you've reached your full capacity effectively, and it's very smooth. And what you're doing is you're taking out the effort. you're making it subtler and subtler, you're settling and settling it, but you're elongating it as much as you can as well. And it's very important not to create tension here, and you want to create a little bit of expansion, but you don't want to be creating tension or pressure or force in the body. And this is a practice that the Buddha himself used. And again, if you go into deep meditation, the same thing happens. When I drop out of those beta brainwaves, drop into this alpha brainwave through connecting to my body and softening into my breath, the same thing ultimately happens. It's this same coherence. So yeah, I felt inspired to share about this resonant frequency breath. It's a very, very powerful practice, and it's something that we should practice all the time, really. By practicing it just 5-10 minutes a day, it can begin to reduce feelings of anxiety. It can really help with things like panic attack. It's also been shown to improve symptoms for things like fibromyalgia as well. So it's a very powerful practice. I really hope you give it a go. And yeah, I look forward to catching you soon. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and go ahead and share this with anybody that you think might be relevant, and comment with any thoughts or anything inspiring that you found from this video. I would love to hear from you. Pop it in the comment section below. I look forward to catching you soon.